Important aspect of this game is stopping Jalen Hurts. I haven't been overly impressed with him, but he's growing and he's getting better, and you can see it. And the main thing that concerns me about him is his mobility. Right, he's a mobile quarterback, and they love to use the RPOs. You know, it's an RPO league now for the most part, but they love doing it, and it just gives him time to freeze those linebackers. And one matchup that I could definitely see on the other side of the ball is hitting those RPOs, drawing those safeties up with the run, and then dumping it over the top to a guy like Rager with that quick speed on Anthony Brown. That is the concerning matchup for me, for sure. What about you guys? What is y'all's big concern when it comes to this offense?
Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, so I agree with you. It's really hurts. A little bit of Miles Sanders out of the backfield because he's a little bit like Eckler.
Right.
We just got to be on it. Don't want him to be able to isolate Jalen Smith too much. That's a little bit of a concern. But I think you really hit the nail on the head, and it's Hurts' mobility. And none of their receivers are unbelievably great right now that you're going to be like, oh, it's going to be hard just matching up with him and taking him out one-on-one. Their best receiver is probably the rookie Devonta Smith. Diggs might shadow him, to be honest with you. He doesn't shadow 100%. He would when they play man, he shadows, but they play a lot of zone as well. So when they're in man, Diggs does a lot of shadowing. So I could see Diggs kind of shadowing Smith, so that will be interesting. And but like you said, with Rager and their other receiver Quez Watkins, who's a deep threat as well.
You
had that
nailed
91,
it. It literally did the video just happened as you were talking about it. You were spot on. Yeah.
There we go. So yeah, he had that 91-yard reception, and this is my concern with him: is the mobility. Is when we struggled against Herbert, when Herbert hit the big plays against us last week, it was when he was able to move, get out of the pocket, and have time. And that's what I'm worried about with this week with Jalen Hurts, is being able to move and have time and roll out and hit that long play because we gave him 6 to 7 seconds because he was mobile enough to get away from our pass rush, and that's what I'm concerned about. Yeah,
definitely, I agree. And another concern, you kind of just hit the nail on the head again with the name, Jalen Smith. We're going to see some more. I think we're going to see some more of him at linebacker. Again, he had a much improved game last week. But he's still a concern when it comes to, defending the pass. So he's not quick enough. And you put a guy out there like Miles Sanders on him, it's gonna be a little tough on him. It's gonna be a little tough on him.
I think it's going to help with. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Kim. Go.
I was just going to say, I think it is going to help that now that Ertz is on the COVID list, and who do they have? Dallas Goedert and
Goedert. No.
Yeah. And I mean, so tight end is a very, I think, weak position for them, and I think that's something that they could focus on in that way.
It's not as strong as it was before with Ertz at his top. My thing was that I was going to ask you guys is, what do you think? This has been talked about, and obviously we're all enamored by what Micah Parsons has been able to do in his first game. Didn't play football for a year, came out in his first 2 games, played linebacker as one of the best rated linebackers PFF wise, and then came as a defensive end that he hasn't played since high school, and he was like the best rated defensive end in football with 8 pressures, which is insane. We were happy with Tank Lawrence's 5 pressures in week 1. He had 8 pressures in week two for Micah Parsons. So we're seeing this versatility. There's been the talk about a lot is that what if Parsons goes back to linebacker this week and plays as a spy? He spies Jalen Hurts. So a new role for this guy, just showing off his versatility again. Just, hey, spy. If it's a run, they hand it off to him. Play the run. If it's a pass, you're watching Hurts. That's your responsibility. Is you have Hurts in case he takes off. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that?
I love him being our Swiss Army knife. I love it.
I agree.
Let him do. Let him. He was he was talking that he wants to do punt returns too. It's like,
Yes, he was.
come on,
And he
come
wants to kick. He
on.
wants to kick field goals too.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my God! Let's not get too crazy. Jesus, Micah. I love that. I honestly, I do. I love his mentality. I love that so much. He wants to be on the field at all times. He wants to make plays. He is a playmaker, like the playmaker, right? He's out there and he's doing things as a rookie coming in and picking up that much information and being able to put that to use with just that little just lack of knowledge overall that he's had. I mean, only playing, well, I guess, 2 years as a linebacker before being in the NFL. That's insane. It's insane, and it really just shows the amount of talent that this kid has. And I'm for it. I'm for it. He's a weapon. He's Weapon X. Put him wherever, and he's doing things. So I want to see that. I would like to see him. I would like to see him shadow on Jalen Hurts. He's got the speed to kind of keep up with him all throughout the field. I wouldn't mind seeing him as still a little bit of defensive end as well, just because he looks so good there. I mean, it's beautiful for this guy, man. The sky is the limit. I really think that we got lucky, and it was that thing that we all didn't know that we really needed until it got here, and that's really what sums it up for me for him. It is a beautiful thing.
If they redrafted, there's no way he falls to 12. If they were to do the draft again and people knew, there's no way he would have gotten to us. He'd been gone.
Oh, Jesus. We're 2 games in. We're 2 games into the season, and we're already talking about this guy potentially being our best defensive player.